they were in pretty good shape as it was, so I just rebuilt those, and I put the box plates on the bottoms of the control arms. Here's a spare set I'll illustrate with. This is the lower control arm to the Chrysler. And this is off of another car. It's an old B body. But right here, there's a big gap in the bottom. And I bought a kit from PST, I think it was. And just down here in this channel, you just drop in a little plate, and you just use that, and I tack it, and I welded it back together so it's solid. On the car, down here, see my fancy red bushings? Those are my strut rods. Back here, it's gonna be a little harder to see, but right there are my lower control arm bushings. So while I had the car, while I had the running apart, I decided to replace all the bushings on the front end.